What is up guys, Jarv here, back today jumping into Destiny. We are back with another This Week in Destiny, giving you the full breakdown for the up and coming week. This week is week 4 of episode 1. We see the launch of the master version of the Salvation's Edge raid. We also see Grandmaster Nightfall's return, alongside another new exotic mission in the featured rotator, and so much more. So be sure to stick around and enjoy the video. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to leave a comment and rating down below. And remember to subscribe for more Destiny 2 content. We are well on our way to 200k, so make sure to hit that red button and ring that bell to ensure you don't miss an update. But without further delay guys, let's jump into the video. Another week and another This Week in Destiny. This is week 4 of episode 1. And we see the continuation of a rising chorus, Act 1. This is part 3, and this will see us locating sites which we'll need to extract Radiolaria samples. And once we've collected these samples, we'll need to answer a call from Osiris for assistance and meet him over in the helm. And this will see us needing to track down Saint 14, who needs rescuing and can be found beneath the crust of Nessus. Now this is an absolutely key moment in this episode's story, especially for Act 1. So if you want to get ready for Saint 14's ordeal and potentially having to rescue him for a second time, then make sure to get caught up on all this episode's main quest in the form of a rising chorus ahead of this week's weekly reset. Now this week also sees the launch of the master version of the Salvation's Edge raid. This is the brand new raid that launched in the final shape. With the introduction of the master difficulty, adept raid weapons are also on the menu. Now as well as those, you'll also have another opportunity on picking up the Euthany, which is the new exotic kinetic linear fusion rifle exclusive to this raid. So to give yourself the best chance, make sure to complete your raid triumphs to help increase your exotic raid drop. And on top of that, you'll also be able to start working towards the Ignited Light, which is where you need to complete all encounter challenges on the Master difficulty. Then by completing all 5, you'll get your hands on the Turmoil Engine Exotic Sparrow. Now it's important to know that these challenges will likely release week over week, so make sure to jump in with you and your fire team and get those challenges done. Now speaking of exotics, this moves us nicely onto the featured exotic mission rotated for the week. And this is actually star-crossed. Now Bungie did advertise this last week, but that ended up being the Avalon mission for the Excalibur exotic glaive. Now Bungie once again are advertising Star-Crossed as the featured exotic mission. This was the one that was introduced in Season of the Wish and is the home to the Wishkeeper exotic bow. On top of that, you can also pick up one of 4 weapons from Season of the Undying, which were reprised as part of this season. That includes the Imperative Kinetic Scout Rifle, the Subjunctive Arc SMG, the Adorative Solar Pulse Rifle, and the Optative Hand Cannon. Now, these also have an origin trait known as Nano Munitions, and this will be activated whenever you're close to any allies, and for as long as you're next to a member of your fire team. This will help build up ammo as an emergency reload. Now these weapons can also drop as deep sight resonance versions, so if you don't have the craftable versions, then make sure to jump into Star-Crossed this week in order to pick them up or to get your hands on the Wishkeeper exotic bow. Now from here we're going to move on to the featured raid and dungeon content for the week. The featured raid for week 4 is the Vault of Glass. Now this is one of the first reprised raid experiences in Destiny 2. And was our original raid experience in Destiny 1. As the featured raid, all the challenges will be available, which is perfect if you're looking to farm out some of the time lost weapons. Now those aren't craftable, so make sure to pick the relevant challenge if you're after a certain weapon. And further still, if you don't have the Vex Mythoclast, the awesome Solar Linear Fusion Rifle, which was reworked and reintroduced into Destiny 2, and you can even farm Atheon the final boss if you're looking to add this weapon to your collection. As for the featured dungeon, the Shattered Throne is back. Much like the Pit of Heresy from last week, the Shattered Throne is still in need of an update. And once again, if you have any recommendations on some of the changes that you would like to see, then be sure to sound off down in the comments below. Now next up, we're going to move on to Dares of Eternity and the 30th Anniversary Pack activity. Alongside the Scatterhorn armor set, we see the return of the Prefector armor set from Season of the Chosen. And as always with Season of the Chosen armor, we have the relevant weapons available too, including the Scathelocke, Extraordinary Rendition, Brass Attacks, Threaded Needle, Coduello, the Imperial Needle, Our Future, Honor's Edge, Distant Tumulus, Interference, Shepherd's Watch, and the annual Skate hand cannon. And much like the Shattered Throne, Dares of Eternity hasn't received an update with the launch of the final shape. So as before, if there's any recommendations or changes that you would love to see, as always, be sure to sound off down in the comments below. Now from here, we're going to move on to the weekly rituals, and we have a new Nightfall and returning Grandmaster Nightfall for episode 1. Now Bungie has advertised the up and coming Nightfall as the Glassway. However, this was the first Nightfall for episode 1 just 3 weeks ago. Now based on the Triumph rotation, it was expected to be the Fallen Saber Strike. But regardless of the Nightfall that is available, a Grandmaster version will also be available this week, which means you can also pick up Adept Nightfall rewards. So it's with that in mind, the Yazume RR4 is back. It's been updated since the launch of the final shape and has some new perks added to the perk pool. So whether you're jumping into the Fallen Saber or the Glassway, you at least have a returning weapon available. And to further spice things up, Bungie are also introducing bonus Vanguard ranks and bonus Nightfall rewards throughout the entire week. It's a perfect opportunity to pick up the Perfect Pitch, which is the ritual weapon for the season. By utilising the bonus ranks, you can earn quick rank up packages for Commander Zavala over in the tower. So whether you're looking to pick up this weapon for the first time, or even just pick up the ornament, which is available after resetting the vendor over in the tower, then this week will be the week to get that challenge done. Now as for the Crucible, this week sees the return of Rift and Countdown, and as always there's often seasonal challenges linked to these particular modes. So if you are looking to complete all your seasonal challenges for that bonus Challenger XP or even Bright Dust, then make sure to engage with these Crucible modes throughout the course of the week. Now to round us out for the week, we're going to move on to the seasonal challenges, and there are 8 seasonal challenges for week 4. The first is called Scratch the Surface 3, and you'll need to complete Act 1 and Part 3 of a Rising Chorus. That's followed by Research and Development 3, and you'll need to complete the research quest for Specimen NES 003, and completing this quest will unlock upgrades from Failsafe. That's followed by Breach for the Stars, and you'll need to complete the Episode Echoes Arena Activity Breach Executable on Expert difficulty. That's followed by Aggressive Exploration 2, and you'll need to complete Helm Failsafe's weekly challenge. That's followed by Echoed Challenger Act 1, and you'll need to complete all Act 1 weekly activity challenges. That's followed by Expert Sector, and you'll need to complete a Lost Sector on Expert difficulty or higher. That's followed by Grandmaster, and you'll need to complete any Nightfall on Grandmaster difficulty. And the final challenge for this week is called Spark Defender, and you'll need to score points in Rift, and you'll get bonus progress awarded for igniting the Rift. So there we have it guys, a good look on everything that you can expect for week 4 of Episode Echoes. If you've enjoyed this video, be sure to check out one of the 2 videos you see here in these cards for more Destiny 2 content. And if you want to keep up to date with everything to do with Destiny 2, then be sure to hit subscribe as well. I'm going to pick up the game as always guys, and I will catch you all again very soon.